It's about time I start this up and take it for a spin for the first time after getting it all put back together. I'm really curious if that throttle cable works good. And yeah, I just want to see if there's any issues anywhere with anything. Especially the different size belt that I put on. I went down to back down to a 72, I think, when I had a 73 on there. So it's gonna be a little tighter. I hope it shifts okay. All right. Hopefully I got everything tight on this thing. Funny story. I was having issues with this pulley that hooks onto this belt tensioner. And when I put it together, I thought that doesn't seem right. I don't know what happened with it, but it's like the bearings inside of it kind of seized up a little bit. So here's a 5-gallon bucket with some parts in it that came with this unit. Look what we got there. That's why you keep stuff. That's when hoarding pays off. It's not much better. Wow. Give that a try. Now this is an extension. All right, let's hope this thing doesn't fly off. Oops. So this thing has belt problems once again. I was kind of hoping this 1/2x72 belt would work, but it's too tight. So I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I could put the 73 back on, but then it would be kind of big. I'm kind of thinking about putting bolts into the side of this engine block, so then maybe it'll just kind of like hold the belt a little bit better, so then this can disconnect. But I don't know, we'll see. Well, I'm gonna throw the 73-inch belt on there just so I can drive it for now, and then eventually I'll look into changing the pulleys a little bit for the 72-inch belt, because the 73 does not put enough pressure on the spring, so it slips, ironically, and then the 72 is so tight that you can't shift gears. So it's kind of a weird spot, and I gotta move the flat idler pulley somewhere else. So, but for now I'm gonna put this on just so I can drive it and test it out a little bit. So for whatever reason, this thing keeps dying. And I'm not really sure why. I'm charging the battery and that has nothing to do with the engine running funny, but I am glad that this battery is good. It's charged already. It hasn't even been on that long. So I think the winch and the lights will run quite a while off of that battery. I do need to cinch down that battery so it doesn't move. I took out a electrical post when the battery was moving around and the lights weren't working, and I thought, oh great, I did something wrong. So I checked the fuse, it wasn't that. But anyway, the only other thing I can think of is that it's kind of low on gas. You can't see any of that really, but it's kind of low on gas, but it's not out. But I almost wonder if it's low enough that, you know, it's doesn't have enough fuel pressure or something, because even the weight of the fuel in the tank helps push fuel through the lines. So when it gets low, you know, maybe it's having a harder time pulling gas. I don't know. Maybe I'll just throw some gas in it and see if that's what's going on. So I went out and got a new spark plug. This engine seems to keep dying, but, and I'm not saying the spark plug's gonna fix it, but I was curious because I know the spark plug that was in this was the original and it's been in there 14 years. And it does not look very good. Plug is in there. This is a little bit loose, but it seems to snap in there. And then I got the bungee strap very tight on there, so this battery's not going anywhere. It's good now. I just hope it never breaks and hits me in the face. Anytime you are building a tractor like this, it's vital that you make sure you get it licensed. So I have no idea if it was the gas or the spark plug that made it run better, but whatever, I guess. It seems to run fine now. But the other day, every time I put a load on it, it would die. So I have no idea what that's all about. The whole belt system needs tweaking. I think I need to figure something new with the flat idler pulley. There is a reason that Sears engineered this flat idler to be adjustable right in this location. I have a custom drive belt tensioner as well as I moved the location for the flat idler pulley. So this whole system's custom and it needs to be fine-tuned, but I don't know, that just seems loose to me. I think it needs to be under more tension, but also needs to disengage a little bit better. I don't know. The winch on the plow is pretty nifty. I'm not used to that yet. I have a hard time with that. I am so used to the lift handle. But it is nice though, because if you're doing like some type of like grading or something, you can set it, you know, an inch or two off the ground and leave it there. So you're not necessarily scraping a ton of material off the ground, you're just skimming it. You know, you can kind of do whatever you want and it holds its position somewhat. So that's pretty cool. And the plow mount is working good. This tire is losing air for some reason. Probably because the rim's all bent. Might be leaking a little bit, but alrighty. Well, I think that's enough for this update. I do want to get something as far as weight on the back of it, as well as put some tire chains on it. I've been looking for a pair of bar tires, and I found a few good deals, but they were far enough away that it's just, yeah. These tires seem to be fine. I think a pair of chains would do them good. It's actually kind of nice having bar tires and chains because you can compare traction differences in different situations. But, and I've been meaning to get one of these tractor knobs, but my tractor supply isn't going to have them in for a while, so whatever. Alrighty. Thanks for watching.